Now, the Indian Prime Minister Narendra Modi has concluded his two-day state visit to Ethiopia and is headed for Oman for the last leg of his three-nation tour. The Ethiopian Prime Minister Abiy Ahmed Ali drove the Indian Prime Minister to the airport and then bid farewell to the Indian leader as he emplaned for his next destination. In fact, earlier the Indian Prime Minister addressed a joint session of the Ethiopian Parliament where he called Ethiopia the land of lions. And he also drew parallels between Ethiopia and his home state of Gujarat for being home to the majestic lions. Now, shedding light on shared heritage, common origins and shared future, Indian Prime Minister lauded the democratic journey of Ethiopia, the East African nation. And he also conveyed India's friendship towards Ethiopia in a speech that was received with nothing less than a roaring applause that reverberated for more than 50 times. And there were several standing ovations in the Ethiopian Parliament for the Indian Prime Minister's speech. Now, in a video shared by the Prime Minister himself, Ethiopian singers were seen singing some soulful version of Vande Mataram at a banquet dinner hosted by the Ethiopian Prime Minister. Now, all this has come at a time when India's national song Vande Mataram has marked 150 years since it was first written. And before that, the Indian Prime Minister laid a wreath at the Adwa Victory Monument in Addis Ababa, which commemorates the historic 1896 Battle of Adwa, in which the Ethiopian forces triumphed over the Italian invading forces, ensuring their independence and also representing Pan-African resistance. Now, the Indian Prime Minister also visited the Adwa Museum, where officials briefed him about the history of the African nation. And the two leaders also visited the Friendship Park and the Science Museum before holding some wide-ranging discussions with Ethiopian leadership. And in the Sultanate of Oman, the Indian Prime Minister is also to meet with the Sultan Haitham bin Tariq and mark 70 years of the establishment of diplomatic relations between the two nations. And ahead of Modi's arrival, India's ambassador to Oman, Godavarthi Venkata Srinivas, has said that India is very hopeful of a comprehensive economic partnership agreement or a free trade agreement between India and Oman will be concluded at the earliest after years of discussion. Now, Ethiopia's top honor marked the 28th Top Foreign State Award that has now been bestowed on the Indian Prime Minister. For all the latest news, download the WION app and subscribe to our YouTube channel.